All right, welcome back to another update as far as what's going on with the coronavirus. First of all, I just want to give God praise that church continues to gather. You all have gone through this with unity and care for each other, and so very glad for that. And prioritizing the gathering of the people, and so very glad for that as well. Um, that being said, because of what's been going on recently, if you aren't aware, there's been an uptick in cases basically from throughout the summer until mid-September. There's only about 5 new cases a week, and now it's up in the mid-20 new cases a week. And because of that, because of the health of some volunteers in Awana aren't able to participate, and then some others are reluctant, and so we've just decided the better part of valor for right now, at least for Awana, and then this affects youth group and other parts of Pine Grove Wednesday, is to just postpone it until the first Wednesday in November, November 4th. And so no Awana or youth group or men's study this tonight or until Wednesday, November 4th. I don't have an update on women's studies yet. Jody is out of town, and so I don't think her class was scheduled to start yet anyways. And so we'll get more information about that. But Pine Grove Wednesday is put on hold until November 4th because of care for our volunteers. Desire not to be a place that spreads it a bunch, because I don't think it helpful to ask all of the kids to social distance or wear masks. So it's either kind of all or nothing. And then we did hear after we made this decision that Crescent School is also going to all virtual until early November because of this. I think they've had a number of cases there. And so that's what we're going to do. I realize that that's disappointing. My kids, I know, are disappointed. I'm sure all of you will be as well. So hate to do this, and yet think it the wisest decision. But we want to continue to remind you, although you know this, how important it is to gather as God's people, that there has been a risk with the virus, and yet there's also been great loss with not being able to get together. It's been isolating for some. Some of us felt distance from the church. And so there's been emotional and relational and spiritual costs to it as well. And so we just want to continue to remind you of the importance, how vital it is to gather with the church. And so those of you who are gathering, keep coming. Those of you for health concerns or health concerns related to others in your life, we do want to ask you to continue to take those precautions. And yet when it's wise, as soon as it's wise, to gather back with us. And in the meantime, those of you who are gathering, I want you to be considerate and mindful of those who can't for right now, to pray for them, call them, encourage them, consider how you might minister to them right now. And so let's be caring for each other in that way, as I know you have been. And so keep that up, please. As far as what we're going to do on Sunday morning going forward, some of you have been asking that question. Our plan is to continue to do what we have been doing. We're not doing this out of any sense of rebelliousness. We just think it is best for individuals and families to decide how best to take care of themselves and how best to love their neighbor. And so we have provisions if you'd like to come on Sunday morning to maintain more distance. We provide masks. We're encouraging you to wash your hands. And so we think it's best for you to decide. As far as we understand, masks are best at where they're useful at protecting others from any kind of spread, not necessarily protecting yourself. And so if you feel the necessity to do that, we're glad to have people do that. So far, we haven't received any kind of negativities as far as anybody looking down on anybody else. And so ask you to continue to that. And also, we haven't yet experienced any cases because of our gathering, thank God. No boasting there. We realize that it could happen, and yet it hasn't so far, even though with the spike in the last 3 weeks. And so thank God for that. Those who have gotten COVID, who are part of the Pine Grove family, have gotten it from others and haven't been a part of the church since then. They're recovering or recovered. I think all are recovered if you have some lingering kind of tiredness sort of stuff. So praising God for that as well. And yet we do continue to realize how difficult the season has been. how unnerving and upsetting, and yet the great good that God has brought of the ability to be together with families more. We've seen other people in church gathering and develop relationships out of it. And so we thank God for it too. All right, so that's it. Pine Grove Wednesdays put on hold. Awana Youth Group and Men's Studies and Women's Studies, and more info to come about women's until November 4th. If you have any questions, feel free to contact myself, Pastor Jeff, any of the other elders, or Awana or youth group leaders. Thanks for your patience. Love you all, and hope to talk to you soon. Okay, bye.